Welcome to True Crime Documentaries. Here we only covered true crimes. 02 January 2024. Some birds can seen around the temple. Peoples think it's any animal dead. That's why the birds are gather at one place. A person going nearby the temple. He feels some shocking smell buzzing around a certain spot suggesting something might be buried there. When they started digging, they found some cloths among the people. The man named Joni started crying. He noticed this cloths of his wife Emily. They discovered that Emily, a school teacher, was buried underground. She was also an Instagram influencer and reels on Instagram. This incident raised a lot of question. Why anyone kill the school teacher? Was its husband or someone else finish his life? Let's deep delve into the case which shake all the nation. The story begins with a 28-year-old woman named Emily was lived in USA, Florida. She was married and had an 8-year-old child. Tromsey was a school teacher, and this was why everyone liked watching her videos. Everything was going well in Emily's life. As I mentioned at the beginning, Emily was a teacher. This required her to travel almost 50 kilometers. She had to leave early in the morning for school. She would go to the bus stand from her home park, her scooter in a nearby parking area, and then take a bus to continue her journey to the school. This was her daily routine, so everyone respected a school teacher. They treated Emily very well. Where they see Emily, they respected a lot. Life went on as usual. But sadly, on January 20th, 2022, Emily missed her bus, so she decided to go to school on her scooter. She left for school, and around 1:30 p.m., her husband Johnny called her, but her phone was switched off as more time passed. School ended, but Emily didn't come home due to Emily not reached at home. Johnny starting found the Emily, but he can't found Emily. After a long wait, Johnny worried and called all his friends and colleagues to see if Emily had left the school, but everyone said she had left at 12 CLS p.m. This made Johnny very anxious. It seemed shocking to him, so he started calling his relatives, but they said we not see Emily after not talked with the Emily relatives. This statement put Johnny in danger. Johnny think this is never happens in the entire life, but Emily must be in danger. After confirmation from every person of the relatives, he found nothing. He quickly think this is the right time to inform to police. He went, police office wrote a report of missing. Of Emily told police all details about the Emily. What was the daily routine of Emily, what she wear when he come from home. Age caller after that police start the investigation and trying to found the Emily. But on the next day of evening, police found Emily's scooty near the temple after checking the area till 2. He not successful in finding the Emily. Then the Johnny, with her friend, started find his wife. Now the friends and Johnny started founding near the temple. There he noticed the cloths piece was found. As I told you in the starting, when the husband noticed the cloths of his wife. He started crying, whoever they called to police, and told the all information about what he found. Police reached near the temple after arriving of police, they trying to recognize the dead body with picture of Emily. But the face was not seen properly. This news would go viral so quickly soon. Social media was flooded with the story of a teacher being found dead. Connecting all the dots, the police began to suspect Johnny. They speculated that this whole incident might have been orchestrated by him. The police then took Johnny into custody. After taking Johnny in custody, police started question answer because police thinks that Johnny do all the stuff, and when we not found anything during investigation how they came to the exact place. So after again and again question answering this case moved to another direction. Johnny tell the police my wife have affairs with the boy named James. He lived near our home as my wife make content reels from 2 years. So James help a lot in editing the reels stuff. I mentioned earlier Emily was not only a school teacher but also an influencer from her photos and videos. You could easily tell how beautiful she was because of this many people liked her posts and reels, and she started gaining a lot of followers. Among those followers was James Police, asked as both was in relationship. Johnny told no, they pretended like brother and sister. But after some times, Johnny feel jealous by the calling from James to his wife. Johnny told to police Emily, always went to James' house, and James always come to our house for the purpose of making content. I always feel jealousy. I told my wife you will never meet James again, and I can't bear calls text from James after telling to police they asked one more question. Does both have affairs? He said no. However, they told the police when I trying to stop the Emily and James from texting and calls. Then Emily told the James, we should finish this friendship, my husband. My husband not feel secure. But the James was also impressed by the beauty of Emily. But somehow, after strong discussion, Emily finished the relationship with James. In the starting of breakup, James started texting. To Emily was worried from this behavior of James. She tried to stop the James, but James, not trying to understand, Emily told to Johnny James is again and again afraid me. So what I do now? Johnny said just off the cell phone. After telling this information to police reached at James' place, but from the home, they found nothing. Take all the details from his home and put the cell phone number on trace, but due to switch off of cell phone continuously, they found the involvement of James in this case. When James on the phone, the investigation team received information about James. They told the police reached at the James place and take her in his custody, and went to police station, sit up the James in front of investigation team started asking question what was the relation of James and Emily. Police read the impression of James. He was worried because himself found out he have no option, so he revealed the truth. When Emily decided to end their friendship and told James they couldn't see or talk to each other anymore, James couldn't accept this sudden change. Despite Emily's clear message to James about cutting ties, Leash noticed that James kept trying to reach out to her one day after their supposed separation. James called Emily again, and her phone rang, indicating that she hadn't blocked him. This gave James hope and led him to believe that Emily didn't completely hate him or want to sever all connections with him. James began to dream that there was still a chance for their relationship to continue in some way. This misunderstanding fueled his actions and thoughts, causing further complications and misunderstandings between all parties. Involved 15 days after they stopped talking. On the morning of January 20th, James called to Emily during the call. He mentioned it was his birthday, and Emily wished him well. However, James didn't accept her wish, and instead asked her to be with him as she had been on his previous birthday. He invited her to come and wish him in person. But Emily cut the call and went to the school. After again calling of James, Emily just feed up. By the irritation of calls from James, Emily decided it will be the last time we will meet on call. He give time to Emily around 12 o'clock near the temple. She reached at temple according to the time and on exact location there. He see James was standing there. They started talking. Our friendship is no more. Everyone around our home complain about the affairs or something. Shocking. Try to understand, James. I have a child now. Please do not disturb me. You're again and again call putting me in trouble. But James started forcing. I never live without you. I have feelings for you. Please. I love you so much. Their conversation soon turned into an argument during the fight. James started hitting Emily. Many tourists who were there witnessed the scene, and someone even recorded a video from a distance, realizing this. James became cautious and persuaded Emily, who was crying, to move to another location. Once there, James begged her to talk and be with him as she had before. Emily refused, telling him that her husband and child were more important to her. She also mentioned that this would be the last time they would meet after saying goodbye. She left the place as she tried to leave from the back. James grabbed her shawl and began to strangle her. Emily fell to the ground. James then picked up a large stone and placed it on Emily's face while she was lying down, causing severe injuries and bleeding. He then used the same shawl to cover her face and neck and continued to strangle her, unable to breathe. Emily died soon afterwards. James considered what to do next. He dug a 12-deep pit and buried Dee's body. Once he had buried her, he sent a voice message to his father. In the message, he confessed, "Dad, I made a huge mistake. Don't look for me. Please find a good husband for my sister." After sending the message, he turned off both his and Depp's phones and went into hiding. James, after admitted to the police what he had done. As of now, Emily's autopsy report has not been released. Once it is available, we will find out the extent of the torture she endured. And if she was sexually assaulted before her death, it's said that because James' father is influential in the village, the police initially didn't take the case seriously. However, I mentioned that someone recorded a 13-second video of the fight between James and Emily. This video became crucial evidence in the case. Since this is a recent case, the investigation is still ongoing. Friendships that overstep boundaries can be harmful. Usually our intuition alerts us to toxic relationships before our loved ones do. We always need to learn from every lesson. Every crime documentary give us a lesson. So I hope you will like Saint